Thanks to the EA Creator Network, I just got early access to The Sims 4 Life and Death expansion pack, and oh my gosh, is this pack fantastic! I went over all of the cast and build buy on my Twitch stream earlier today, and it's just truly beautiful. Like, The Sims is gonna be raising our expectations with the next coming pack because boy, is this a good one. So let me show you an overview of this build buy and let you know all of my thoughts on it. And if you said you order the pack early, make sure you use code DizzyMissLizzy at checkout. It's a way to, I do make a small commission off of it, and it's a great way to support me creating my content full time. So here are the build buy. I did run out of time to swatch out every single item with every single swatch. So I did my best, and I will definitely show you the swatches that I don't have out right now. But we have tons and tons of wallpapers in this pack, 10 to be exact. We have this beautiful wallpaper right here. It's called the Ornate Skulls with Authority, and it has this like really cute like skull border on it. And then we have this wallpaper right here, which also has a matching straight paneling to go with it. So you can see they have the matching paneling colors for each of these, so you can combine them if you wanted to, which I love when they're able to do that with these packs. And then we have this beautiful wallpaper, which is this one right here. It's the Lunar Reverie, and it has 3 different swatches within it. Also, please ignore the flickering of this wall. Every time I swatch things out like this, it breaks and it flickers like this, and I cannot find a reason why or an explanation, and I cannot fix it, so I apologize. But this has 3 different swatches, one with owls, one with crows, and one with moths, and several different color schemes, and I think they're just really beautiful, especially this raven one, or crow, whichever one it really is. I don't really know technically, but I just think it's absolutely stunning. And then we have several different stone textures. We have this one, which is this one right here, and it has corners on it, and it's this really nice brick texture. And there's a little bit of variation with them too, in all of them, which is gonna add for some great depth to our builds. And then there is the same wall without the edge. So you can see this one here has an edge, and this one doesn't. So it's the same wall. So I don't have them all swatched out, but it's the same wall, just has a slight difference to them. And then we have the catacomb stones, which remind me of, I think, a base game one that we have, and I think they're beautiful, and I do believe it matches the foundation that we have down here, but I could be wrong. No, it does not. Okay, JK, it does not match the stone on the foundation. The stone foundation matches this one. I wish the foundation also matched this one, to be honest, but I love this stone as well. I'm gonna use it a lot. And then we have this concrete siding. It's called the Curious Concrete Layer. So it's like a layered concrete style wall, and I think it's really nice, and the colors are really pretty, and they're light colored, and they're not anything crazy or like bright, and I like them a lot. Our last 2 is this one. This is the Curiously Corroded Concrete, and then the Curious Concrete. I only have the corroded one swatched out. The other one is the same thing. It just is not corroded on the bottom. And it has some really nice, just like almost stucco-y kind of colors. Very nice, very pretty with the kind of corrosion, and you can see like brick coming through the bottom of them, and I think they're really pretty. And unfortunately, we only have 1 floor. I was a little disappointed with the floors, but I do think it's a beautiful floor. I just would have liked more of them. But we have this really pretty parquet. I don't know if it's parquet. I don't know how to pronounce this, but we have this beautiful floor in a lot of swatches, and I like that it has some colored swatches and also just, you know, wood tones, and that's something that you'll see throughout all of the items. We have a good mix of colored items and wood tone items. So all of the swatches, like for every item, there's wood tones and also colors, which I feel like we always get either a lot of colors with like 1 or 2 wood swatches, or a lot of wood swatches with only 1 or 2 fun colors, and I feel like they really found a nice medium with the colors versus wood tones in this pack. Here we have our windows. This first chunk here, from here to here, are the 1 wall height windows, and they have some great swatches. We have this one that's more of like almost cabiny. It's a lot older looking. It's wood. And then we have these really pretty ones that kind of match the Neo-Romanian style a lot better. And I think they're beautiful. And they all have generally the same swatches. I like how they have some details between each swatch. So like for this one, you know, there's some like aging details. You can see like the wood and the dirt, and there's some cracked windows on there. And for this one, you can see that the panes of glass also change for this window. Same with this one. There's a little bit of detail that changes throughout, and I just think they're beautiful windows. We have this nice skinny one, which again, it matches really well with everything, all the different swatches. And I think these windows are gonna really go well with the Castle Estate pack, because it just really, I feel like it really goes with that, and like the colors match it really well too. And then this arched window is Everything of My Dreams, again with some great swatches. And then we have pretty much the same windows in other wall heights. And then we have this one over here. It's a little bit of a square one with a really pretty shape of window right here that you can open. You can't like open it, but like it's meant to be opened. And then we have this one over here with the beautiful designs, and it also has broken swatches so you can have a more rundown area. And then we have my favorite window in the entire pack is this window. It is the Everlasting window, and it's for like greenhouses, sunrooms, atriums, conservatory kind of thing. And there's ones with a lot of distress, and there's ones with also broken pieces, and I just love it so much. And then we have this one that has a bump out, which is also really, really pretty. Again, they all have generally the same swatches, and these are all, starting here, we have all of our 2 wall height. There are no 3 wall height windows, which was a little bit disappointing because you could easily just adjust these to make them a little bit taller for a 3 wall height, but I digress. It's okay. But we have some really nice 2 height windows over here as well that match the 1 wall height as well. And again, they have some distressed swatches, and the same thing over here with this window. And then over here, we have our doors. There's not too many doors compared to some other packs we've had recently, but honestly, I'm okay with having slightly less doors. We have this one over here, which is the more old looking, distressed wooden door. And then we have some beautifully detailed doors over here with the skull on it. And then it has a matching one with a little bit more gold decals going around. This beautiful rounded door. I just can't get over it. Again, it has like the nice swatches and also like the really distressed used swatches. And I just think they're so pretty. I can't wait to start building with these items. I love them a lot so much. And they just have really nice swatches. So that is all of our windows and doors. And then over here, we have our columns and spandrels. So we have 2 different columns. We have this one that's more of a stone column. And again, everything kind of has like some nice looking swatches and some like dirtier, grimier looking swatches. And then we have this amazing old wood column, which I cannot wait to use, and I think has a great wood swatches. And then the spandrel has some nice swatches too, and it matches the column. I wish we had a wood spandrel that matched the wood column, but it's okay. We have some really good stuff in this pack anyway. And then we move to roof textures and roof decals. So we have 2 different roof textures. We have this one that is more of a tile weathered roof, and then this one that is the weathered glass roof, and they both have some great swatches within them. This one has ones that match the windows, and this one has some nice colored swatches. We have some like browns and some blacks, lots of like reds and blues and whites, and like this multicolored one, and I think they're really pretty. And then we have some roof decals. We have the Ghostly Spire Pinnacle, which I could not get to slot up here for some reason. It didn't want to work, but I guess now it'll work. But so we have that you can put on the roof. We have the Victorian Arrow Roof Crest, which is a big piece that you can use to decorate your roofs as well. Lots of colors and different metals. And then we have this spire as well, which is pretty similar to this one, just off the different base. And we have 2 little chimneys that you can add on. And then we have this parapet, which is a little decal you can put on the front of your builds. And then what I'm really excited about is these roof decals. They're holes that you can put on your roof, but you can also use them on your floor. I think they're great. You can kind of see through them, so it looks like they're like actual holes, which I think is a great touch. You can put them on any of your roofs. They also have different colors, so you can match them to whatever roof swatches or floor swatches that you're using. And I think I'm going to use those in every single build I ever do in my life again. Then we have 1 set of stairs. It's this stone that we have here. It comes in a lot of, you know, the classic stone colors that we have going on. Blacks, a lot of grays, some browns and stuff. And we have 2 stair railings. One that is the wood that matches all of our other wood features, like our column, and our stone that matches our stone column and our spandrels. And then our fences, we have 4 fences of slightly varying heights. We have this cute one with the straw on it, and we have the wooden fence right here, and then the stone fence, and then this elegant stone fence, which has a matching gate to go with it. And then the wood one has this matching gate to go with it. I wish we had more gates. I don't think we ever have enough gates in our game, but it's fine. I'll get over it. But they also have matching swatches to match with all of the different fence colors. And that is the build by specifically. There's unfortunately no landscaping there. Oh, there is a roof trim. Or like not a roof trim, but like a wall trim. I totally missed the wall trim. So we have a wall trim over here too, as so it seems, in lots of colors and like distressing. I love that. No roof trims, which I was a little bit disappointed about not having a roof trim. I do love a good roof trim. We do have at least a wall trim, which we love to see. And also, I didn't like look at this too much, but we do have a foundation as well. And then onto the build buy. So like I said, I didn't have a chance to swatch out every single item, but I swatched out the majority of them. So here we have our first bed. It's this beautiful, more Victorian looking bed. I think it's Victorian. I'm gonna call everything Victorian. It might be a wrong like decade or century. So let me know in the comments if it's not Victorian, but we have this nice Victorian one. We're just gonna go with Victorian. That has some really cute swatches. And this was the one that was seen in the very first trailer where the sim passes away and like his spirit comes out. So we have this one, and I think it has some beautiful patterns on it, and the wood textures are beautiful. And we have a more modern bed, and you'll see throughout this whole pack is that there is a more Victorian, older style, a lot of items, and then there's a similar one of a more modern style, which I think is a great mixture because our cast is all similar. It has a lot of older stuff, a lot of more newer modern stuff. So we have this beautiful bed, which I personally am thinking I'm going to use this for Rose Gen in my Not So Berry on Twitch right now. But it has some beautiful swatches. The rose, the gem tones in this pack are just truly immaculate and just really pretty. And these patterns are all gorgeous. And if you look closely at a lot of these patterns, not necessarily on these bed ones, but throughout patterns in cast and in build by, you're going to see a lot of skulls because the creators, the artists of this game were just hiding skulls and everything that they could without getting noticed by the lead art director, which I thought was really funny. And that's something that they shared with us during the live stream of the deep dive. And then here we have a toddler bed, which I think is just so precious. It has little lights hanging down from it on the canopy. It's got little ties around the canopy edges, and there's lots of swatches that resemble the adult, like 2-person bed, the double wide bed, and lots of other cute like children's swatches with like the little ghosties and like the moon, the owls, and I just think it's beautiful, a beautiful bed. Then we have a bassinet, which I'm not all the way swatched out, but this is a beautiful little bassinet with a wood base with some really nice swatches to it, and again with those emerald like gem tones going on. And we're just gonna go in a order of this, so we're gonna move on to some decorations and like random services that we have. So we have this beautiful grandfather clock, which is all swatched out, and you can see again that like everything kind of has the general same color scheme, which is what you would like to see in a pack. But they did really well keeping the color scheme within this, and I think this is going to go really well with things like Crystal Creations as well. I think Crystal Creations is going to blend and mesh well with this pack, especially the bookcase with the ladder. I think it's going to go well with this pack. But I'm going to start using clocks in my builds because this is a beautiful grandfather clock, and it's going to be like an heirloom for all of my Sims. Then we have this really, really nice table that is for a TV stand. I love how it looks kind of like the one dresser from For Rent that has the almost like wicker, I can't remember what it's called, like a wicker like front to it that has like the doors on it. And I think it's really, really pretty. And I think we've been needing just a simple TV stand, and I think this could go with a lot of different styles. So I think that'll be really nice. And it, like, again, it has some really nice wood tones that are this like kind of neutral, like that's, everyone can use that kind of thing. And then here's the stove. Personally, I think this one looks kind of like the one from Growing Together, which I actually haven't compared yet. So let's compare these two stoves really fast, because I personally think this looks a lot like the Growing Together one. So here we have the white swatch. So if we compare them together, they do look very similar, but they are definitely different now that looking close. The handle's similar and the buttons and the top are similar, but everything else is pretty much different because they have a different like opening and the feet are different. So they're quite different, obviously with different swatches as well. So I'm glad to say they're not super similar as it seemed like it. Then this is the range hood that matches all the stove colors. And then we have a dishwasher that matches all the colors of the cabinetry. And then we have a nice little fridge over here, which again has all the colors, has a little freezer bunny inside, a little Grim Reaper freezer bunny. And I think this has some nice colors to go with it. I don't love the wood texture of these wood ones, but I think that's just a make me thing. I do wish there was a stainless steel one. We had this gray one, but it looks metal, but not stainless steel. I wish it was a little bit more stainless steel looking, but I'm gonna use it a lot. And then we have this dresser that matches the TV stand. Very, very similar, just a taller version of it, and the drawers are a little bit different. But again, same color of the swatches, and it's really pretty, and I think it can be utilized in like a lot of different styles. And then going back over here to the left, we have this cute little like filing cabinet table. It's called the Cabinet of Curiosities by the Telltale Arts. There's a lot of Poe references in here with the Raven and also just other Poe, like the Telltale Heart, which the Telltale Arts is one of the references, and I just love it. I think it's really fun, all the references that they put into this pack. So we have this like filing cabinet. We have a nice bathroom display shelf, which we don't have a good shelf in my opinion for the bathrooms. We have some like this, but I don't like them. I think they're just not great. So I'm glad that we're having like a really nice one with this pack. And then we have two different displays for funerals. So we have this one, which is an undedicated one. There is also a version where it's already a dedicated one basically, and it has all the decor on it, but I didn't swatch it out because it's the same thing just with like other stuff on it. So we didn't swatch that one out. But I thought this was absolutely beautiful, and I think it'll be really nice for some gameplay to it. And then this is a hutch. I love a good hutch. We haven't had one for a while, and I hope things slot to this. I didn't really check for slotting. So let's see about some slotting on here. So that guy slots on down there. We do have some slotting down here. So we do have some slotting. It looks like we have 3 slots on the top and 2 slots on the bottom. So let's see things slotting. And again, the swatches are they're all there for everything. And then this is 1 bar back. We actually have 2 bar backs, which personally, in my opinion, I think is too many bar backs. I think we have too many bar backs in this pack, in this game completely. Like, I think we're done with it. They're not all swatched out, but they do match all of the other colors. And I think they're very pretty. They have a little skull detailing here. But personally, I think we have too many bar backs. I'm tired of them. Then we have a new monkey bar set, which we haven't had a new monkey bar set in literally so long. So I'm so excited to see these here. And 2 new swings, which if you see the live stream or in any of the gameplay, sometimes these swings will swing on their own. And I think that's really neat. And then we also have these really, really cute stargazing towels that have some beautiful swatches to them with some skulls, some more just like floral patterns. It's like, I just realized that's not scales. That's a coffin pattern. That's so funny. And we have like a little moth pattern, and I just think it's so pretty. And also these swings have some nice swatches with them as well, and the metal swing matches the monkey bars. And then here we have the other bar back with the other bar, with the only bar that we have, which you can see it has really cute little taps here that change based on the swatch, which I think is really fun to have, you know, the skull and the raven. But again, these also match everything else. Is this 2 bars? Wait, these are 2 bars, not 2 bar backs. I just realized that. That's 2 bars. Not 2 bar backs. All right, I could go with 2 bars and 1 bar back. That's fine. But they're very pretty. I think they're pretty. I just don't think we have, I think we have enough bars in this game, personally. Then we have a podium that you can use to give eulogies or speak at funerals, and a cannon, because you need confetti cannons for funerals, apparently, in The Sims. So that's fun. I recommended not putting in your Sims' ashes in here, but I think that could be kind of funny. I don't think that's probably part of the gameplay, but I think it'd be really funny if it was. If you could put your Sims' ashes in here and just, like, use the cannon, scatter their ashes. Is that morbid? It might be. I don't know. Probably not. It probably is, actually. Then we have this coffin, which is a little bit more of a modern coffin, which I didn't know a modern coffin could be a thing, but it is. And then over here, we have a slightly less modern, a little bit more of a classic looking coffin with the bar around the side. And again, they have all the same swatches, so it's not fully swatched out. We have that coffin as well. And we have these beautiful little, like, side tables. They're not side tables for, like, a chair, but they are just little display tables, like stands almost. It's like a pedestal. We have this beautiful desk, which also comes in some really nice colors that I don't have fully swatched out, but it has some beautiful, like, deep blues, this brown. I just think this desk is really nice. It has some really pretty swatches, and I love the gold feet on a lot of them, and I just like it a lot. And then we have this other desk, which is beautiful if you look at the front and the back. So this is the back with the drawers, but if you look at the front of it, look at that. It's beautiful. I think that's such a beautiful, like, wood inlay for this desk, which again has all of the swatches. Then we have this console table, this marble console table that matches all of the dining table that's over here, and a little side table, which I really like the side table. I know it's going to be too big for the beds, but it is a little bit better than previous ones that we've had, because I feel like all of our side tables are square, and I've been wanting more side tables that are more rectangular, that look like the one from the Snowy Escape pack, which is like the perfect size for a bedside table. So glad we're starting to size down our side tables a little bit. Like I said, here's the dining table with some really pretty legs on it. And then this is probably my favorite table in the entire pack. I'm gonna use this nonstop. It's gonna be the only table I use in my kitchens. And it's a cute little round 4-seater table, which we've been really in need of, which is a plain, simple one without any, like, weird colors to it, without any glass on it. Just like a plain wood table with a nice skinny 3-leg from the center, and I like it a lot. And we have this little side table for your couches, which have some books underneath, which I think is really, really cute. And then we have a new octagonal, is it octagonal or is it hexagon? It's a new hexagonal side table, not side table, a coffee table, which I think is a little bit better than the one we have already. We have an octagonal one, but it's a little bit big. This is a little bit smaller, and I like the swatches better too, so I think this will be a really nice one to use. And then we have a beautiful couch that really reminisces the one from Cottage Living, which I think is actually really nice, because as like one who loves the Cottage Living couch, I like to have some variation, and I think this is really nice because it doesn't like fully take that couch, and I think this has really cute swatches that are gonna add some great detail to my builds. And then we have this bench. I think it looks more like a pew than a bench. We have a bench with some llamas on it. I never noticed the llama detail before, but that's really fun. It's like a flying llama. We have this bench, and it's really pretty. And we have a modern looking couch, which is a love seat, which this is where one of my pet peeves comes in, is that we don't have a matching love seat for the couch, and we don't have a matching couch for the love seat, which is annoying. And we haven't had matching couches and love seats for a really long time, and I would love to see that change. So Sims, please give me matching couches and love seats. Thank you. And here is the other memorial display. This one is made out of stone, whereas the other one is made out of wood. And you can see like all the details, and it's like aged and old and battered. But there's like this one where it's a little bit less, you know, there's a little bit less distress on them. And I think it's beautiful. And then we have the 2 different burial plots. So we have the grave sites here, and it matches some of the terrain paint with all different wood textures. And then we have this one, which is a bit more of a modern, elegant one, which is a it says it's a lab-grown synthetic stone gravesite. It's a lab-grown stone, and you can put your Sims ashes, you can take the urns or their burial casket and drag them here, and it'll make this where they are rested, that you can use it that way. And then moving over here to our chairs, I've been waiting for this poof for so long. Since I saw the first trailer, I've been dying for this poof. Get it? Dying. but I love this so much. It's called the Giant Mollusk Poof, which I think is funny, and I just think it's beautiful, and I'm so excited to use it and play with it. I think it's also going to be great for people who like to use things outside of their normal purpose. So this is going to be great for people who like to make mushroom villages or use yarn balls for a lot of decor and like random little like details. Like if you want to make an ice cream cone with an ice cream scoops, it's going to be great for things like that. So I think it's going to be great for people who like to use things not as they're intended, and it'll be great for just some other building purposes. We have this beautiful rocking chair that looks haunted, and I think it should rock by itself, and I really hope it does. It has some nice swatches, some like plain neutrally ones. I apologize if you can hear screaming. There's a child screaming in my hallway right now, and I don't know whose it is or why they're screaming. We have some like nice ones with some embroidery on it too, and it almost looks like horse ranch to me, especially this one, but I think they're beautiful and I like them a lot, and it's nice to have a new rocking chair that does not look like the ones that we already have. Then we have this nice modern living room chair. It has all the same swatches of all the couches. And then we have this chair, which honestly really looks like a base game chair we have, but I think it's really pretty. And this studded wood chair. I like this except for the seat cushion. It looks like it's just like a slab of stone or a slab of wood. I would have preferred if it had like that kind of like woven wicker look to it, or like a puffed quilted seat cushion over this. That's my only qualm with this, but I'm not the one sitting on it, so like, is it really that big of a deal? No. But I wish it was a little bit softer looking, but I think it's a really pretty chair regardless though. And this is a nice desk chair. I think it's been a long time since we had like a nice, just kind of neutrally normal looking desk chair, and this is definitely it. We have a nice desk chair over here. Lots of different colors, and even have like white with like white wheels and gold wheels, and both swatches of gold. Same with like the blacks. We have a black one with a black wheel with one gold color and then the other gold color for the wheels. So we have a lot of different options for that. And then a dining table that matches these chairs as well, and all the more modern stuff. This is a dining chair. They have a skinnier leg, which I like. I like the little bit of a tapered leg. I would have preferred it was a little bit more tapered, but that might be a little bit too mid-century modern, like mid-century vibes for this pack, which I understand. And then we have this, practically it's a throne. It's the Maelstrom chair, and I think this is beautiful. It's going to be great for dining tables. It's going to be great for castle builds. I love the detailing of the wood. I just think this is beautiful. The detail in this pack, especially with like wood inlays and carvings, are just stunning, and I aspire to be this good at something one day, as making these chairs look amazing. And then we have a bar stool over here, which is a nice neutral looking normal bar stool, which I'm also excited to use. It has a bit more of a modern look. I would have loved one that was like slightly less modern looking as well, but I will take it. We don't have a lot of nicer modern looking ones, so I will take it for sure. And then we have a fantastic ottoman. It's also called the Modern Grim Prussians Ottoman ? By Gentle Knight. It's question marked as an ottoman. It's not really sure if it's an ottoman or not, but I think it's beautiful. It's going to be really nice at the end of a bed, or in like a hallway, or like, I feel like it's gonna be great for like a museum too. Like, I think this has a lot of use to it, and I like it a lot. And then here we get to a mess. We have a bit of a mess going on over here. So we're gonna start at the top over here with some lights. So we have this one large light that looks like a coffin. Looks like a coffin from the top, and honestly a little bit from the bottom too, if you look at that. So that's a coffin light. That's what I'm calling it. It's not really a coffin light, but it's what I'm calling it. We have two beautiful chandeliers, one much more older Victorian style with lots of colors. This light also has lots of different wood swatches. It matches all the wood tones that we have. We have this one that matches all of the metal colors that we have, and I think it's really pretty. Then we have this more modern looking one, which I'm gonna find myself using in dining rooms so often, public kitchens too. And it has some beautiful gold swatches and all of the metal swatches. And here we have a torch light with lots of colors. It's a more Victorian style, whereas this lamp is more modern. I don't know if I like this lamp. I think it's fine, but I don't know if I love it. And then for lights, we also have this little triangle tray with candles, these little lanterns, these little mushroom shaped desk lights, some sconces with candles for your wall, and some of these outdoor lights that droop down. And then these are also outdoor lights, and I think they're all beautiful. And these look kind of like Courtyard Estate kit as well. I think this could go well with Courtyard Estate. And then what I'm most preferred in terms of lights is new string lights. There is another piece to this, it's just in a different area. We have new string lights, and we haven't had a new set of string lights that look like this, that are so nice and like plain and normal looking since toddler stuff. And I personally bought toddler stuff just for the lights. So glad to see that we're getting some new lights in here, and they have lots of swatches, and some of the swatches just have like the, you know, the pole change color, sometimes the lights change color. I think it's a great one. And then over here onto our kitchen stuff. It's not super well organized, but we can see here all of the different cabinet pieces of the upper cabinets. I love that this has a full length, and it doesn't stop at like where the cabinet would sit. So like it doesn't have to sit on the cabinet. It can sit like full length on the floor. And it has beautiful swatches for all of these. The wood tones are just immaculate. We also have a nice really green set. We don't have a nice set of green cabinets yet for our kitchen, and I'm so excited about these ones. And then these are the island pieces, and these are the cabinet normal counter pieces, and I think they're stunning. The wood texture on these is absolutely beautiful, and the marbling is gorgeous. And I don't even like marbling personally. I'm not a big marble fan, but the marbling on this is just gorgeous. And I think this is gonna be probably become one of my most used cabinet pieces to date. Like, look at that. That's beautiful. And then we have a shower that has a rain shower head with some beautiful tile in it. It has a bit of a modern look to it. And lots of swatches. Again, it's a little bit marbly going on in there. And then our sinks also match. So we have a bathroom sink and a kitchen sink. And again, they have a bit of a marbly countertop with the classic gold legs and gold accents that we have here. Same with this one. It matches all of the countertops over here in our kitchen area. And then the tub, which I'm obsessed with this tub. I think the blue swatch is beautiful, but it's marbly and gorgeous. It's like a soaking tub. I would like this in real life, please and thank you. Then we have this beautiful banner that has lots of different colors and swatches of designs. And then we also have the poles that go with it. This also are for the light over here. So they work together to be one item for both items, which I think is a great use of resources for the devs. And they have some funeral flowers. There's lots of colors to choose from, so you can choose what matches your Sim's personality and their funeral theme the best. And they have these cute little mushroom guys with flowers, and it's called Leave a Message. And I don't know what exactly they're for. They're called Whispering Wren Messenger Statue. And I believe you can leave a message with them, and they're holding a zinnia flower, and I think they're just beautiful. So you can leave a message for a deceased loved one with these. And then we also have a journal where you can write your bucket lists. And then we also have this photo that you can put on the displays over here to have your loved one's photo at their funeral. And then we have the deck of tarot cards, which unfortunately only has one swatch. I wish I had more, but it's only one. And this is a music box that is only available if you pre-order the game or order it before a specific date in December, I think. I'll put the date on the screen here. But this is what you can get if you order the pack right now for pre-order, or if you order it early. We also have this really cute sign, and I'm a sucker for a good sign. And it has a really fun swatch with like ghosts and drinks. And we have like the try it before you buy it casket sale sign. And I love this one, how he's just in the casket and posing. I think it's so funny. We have a little set of books here with a little raven, crow, bird bookends, which I think are beautiful. These are our tombstones that we get in the pack. We have a lot of new ones to play with. They have a lot of just stone colors. Some of them have weathered looks. I think they're really pretty. But there's 7 in total. And a no ghost sign. So if you don't want ghosts to show up at your house, you can put this at your house in like your front lawn, and no one will come as ghosts. Also, this is an unlockable item for one of the career branches. We have a hourglass, which is going to become one of my go-to items for everything. We have a crow pet that you can use. Like, this is a crow that you can play with and interact with, and you can even die from this crow, which I think is really funny. You know, death by crow. Here are our clutter items. We don't have that many clutter items. It's actually very minimal in terms of clutter, but I think that's okay. We have these incense holders, which is called Since You've Been Gone, and I think that's very funny. And we have this goop. It's called Sweet Secret Goopy Bottles, and I don't know what it is, but it says not to drink it, so I'm concerned. And we have some nectar bottles and the ink with the quill and the paper. And then this is a really cool piece. This is also one of the early purchase items, which is a picture frame that if you've played The Sims 4 for a long time, you might know that there was a offer a long time ago. If you played The Sims Free Play and The Sims 4, you could connect your accounts and get an item for your Sims 4 game. And it was this picture frame that would update with your current household's family photo. And so that's what this does. It's the same functionality. It's just is a new frame for it. And it's called the Lasting Legacy Family Portrait. If you're a big gameplay player and if you love Legacy challenges, I highly recommend ordering this pack early so that you can get this item, because it'll be really, really nice to have. It'll be really nice to have. As someone who doesn't have the original version of it, because I wasn't playing The Sims at the time, I highly recommend having this, because like I regret not having it from then. So highly recommend getting it. And we have this really nice set of posters with lots of different decals and icons from the pack, with some with Grimm, the hourglasses, freezer bunnies, ghosts, hands, palms, all that sort of stuff. And then we have the tarot cards. The tarot cards, there's so many of them, so I didn't lay them all out, but they're stunningly beautiful. And if they don't release a pack of these tarot cards onto the Sims merch store as soon as they can, I will be so sad, because I would love to buy these and just frame them to put on my wall, because the artwork is stunning. Like, you can't make beautiful art like this and not monetize it separately. We have a new Blarfy over here as well, who's a little freezer bunny in a little Grim Reaper costume. We have some motivational Grimm posters, which were just reminding me of Michael Scott from The Office. You can see Grimm here holding a trophy urn on some of them. And so there's like 3 different designs, I think, 3 or 4 of them with different wood textures to them. We have this beautiful piece of wall decor that has a very similar frame to go with the early order item. and it has a few different designs to it, including this one, which has a skull in the flowers, if you can see that there. A beautiful, beautiful mirror. This really cool bust with like the muscles on it, which comes with one of the careers. And these rugs. These rugs, we have a small version and a large version of the same rug, and then the round one. I wish we had more rugs, but I will accept for the 2 of them. But this rug looks gorgeous. Please look at these swatches. I almost cried over these rugs today. I think they're absolutely stunning. I'm so excited to use them in all of my builds. And we have this one, which has the same swatches as the small one. It's just a larger version of it. We have a beautiful fireplace, which comes in tons of colors as well. You can see right here, tons and tons of colors. We have some curtains for our windows that are like a whole archway practically, but they are curtains. They come in 2 different sizes with all the same colors. We have this fortune telling tent, which comes in just the 4 colors, and it's a Ravo. It's called the Dancing Raven Tarot tent. So it's like for tarot. And I don't know if it's like a functional item or if it's just for decor. I think it's non-functional, but it is eligible to be an heirloom, which I think is cool. And then the last item that we have is the crypts. So these crypts you can use to put Sims in. I believe you can have up to 20 Sims in here, like they're the remains of the Sims, so like the headstones or the urns you can put in here for safekeeping for your Sims. So you can have your Sims remains stored and saved without them taking up a lot of storage space or lot space. But I believe that is everything. I have not gotten a chance to look at the debug yet. I am waiting for Better Build Vibe to be updated for that because I cannot deal with debug without having my mods at this point, to be honest. I can't, it's not worth it for me. But I really like this pack. I think the items are absolutely stunning and beautiful. And I honestly don't know if I could pick a favorite item. I think I'm going to use a lot of these as like my regular go-to, like the swings and the monkey bars, the lights, the couches, the tables, the poof I'm going to use so often. And I love the beds. I think this toddler bed is really cute. And I love this more modern bed. I can see myself using this a lot. And this one as well for like older houses or cottages, because I tend to use the cottage living one a lot. So excited to have this one to kind of replace that or like to use as well. And I can't wait to start building with this kitchen. It's going to be really fun. So I love this pack so far. I have not gotten to get to any gameplay yet. I will hopefully be doing some gameplay videos later this week. So if you guys want to see specific gameplay elements, let me know in the comments down below. Or if you just want to see like a rags to riches or the career or like a full playthrough. I don't know when I'll be able to get a full playthrough video out, but if you want to see that, let me know in the comments down below, or if there's anything else you want to see with this pack. I don't plan on doing a cast deep dive, as I'm not one who really covers cast. I like to look at it on stream, but not through videos. So if you want to see my cast deep dive, I will be putting a video on TikTok with that, as well as a short overview on this pack base build by as well on TikTok. And if you want to see my full reactions, feel free to go watch the VOD over on Twitch. It's linked down below. Again, if you decide to buy this pack, make sure you use code DizzyMissLizzy at checkout so that you can support me and my content full time. Let me know your thoughts on this pack down below. What's your favorite item? Are you going to buy this? Have you already purchased it? Are you waiting? What are you waiting for? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I will see you guys next time.